Now gather round, children and elders, for this is a tale not just of herbs and healing, but of envy, falsehood, and the weight of regret. Sit well, open your ears, and let your hearts listen. A long time ago, in the green and blessed village of Omaka, there lived a woman named Agbomma. Agbomma! Her hands were soft like the morning dew, but strong enough to pull sickness out of a dying man. The leaves spoke to her, the roots answered her prayers, and the wind itself carried her healing touch. She didn't charge a cow or a coin. All she asked was, plant a tree, help someone in need. People came from far and wide, women, children, old men, even hunters, with arrows, wounds, or swollen legs. Her heart was always full, not of riches, but of peace. But you see, my children, not everyone celebrated her goodness. There was one man, Duru, a herbalist who once held the village's praise, but ever since Agbomma's star rose, his portions began to gather dust. His pride stung him like pepper in the eye. His heart became bitter like unripe garden egg, so he began to whisper. He went from ear to ear. She is no healer. Why does her medicine never fail? What powers does she use in that forest of hers? His voice was like smoke everywhere, choking truth. Soon, he gathered others like himself, men whose pride could not handle a woman's success. They called themselves the keepers of purity, but truly they were keepers of envy. One night, during a heavy rain, they brought a fevered girl and laid her near Agbomma's compound. By morning, she was raving in sickness. Duru shouted, "Behold, she has caused this child." The village gathered, confused, frightened, and though many had been healed by Agbomma, their tongues refused to speak. Fear tied their lips like tight knots. Agbomma stood tall. She didn't weep, she didn't beg. Instead, she said, "I have given you healing, and you repay me with exile. But may the trees remember, may the rivers carry my truth, and may your hearts feel what you've done." And just like that, she was gone, banished, her heart burned, her name smeared. But listen well, my people, for the wind has a way of bringing things full circle. Not long after her exile, sickness returned to Omaka. Children began to die of fevers, pregnant women wailed in pain. The streams that once sparkled began to stink. Duru's medicine, useless. His charms, empty. One day, a chief's only son died in his arms, and the people turned on him. "Where is the healer now?" they cried. "Where is Agbomma?" But she was gone. Some say she settled in a distant land, healing people who treated her like a queen. Others say she became part of the forest, that if you listen closely by the river at dawn, you will hear her humming as she grinds herbs with the spirits. As for Duru, his name faded like smoke in the harmattan wind. He lost all respect. Even the goats refused to eat the grass near his hut. He died alone, bitter and forgotten. And the village, they still speak her name, not in shame, but in sorrow. They say, "If only we had stood by her, if only we had seen clearly through envy's fog." Moral of the story, my children, never let jealousy blind you to the truth. Never fear those who shine with gifts you don't understand. And above all, never cast out goodness, for when it leaves, it takes peace with it. That, my dear ones, is the tale of Agbomma, the great, good herbalist. Cardinal.